Morning, and today I, Tahir Kagalwala, I'm going to show you something different, a unique recipe that I have created by my own self, and I'm just going to call it a couscous delight because it's something that I've never made before and I'm delighted to make it. So, couscous is a kind of a cereal and it's available in UK markets either raw or slightly processed. The one that I have used is from Sainsbury and it already contains some kind of spices and tomatoes. So in the process of preparing the initial couscous, what I did was to empty the entire packet into a bowl and then added some boiling water to it. As per the instruction on the pack, I added 170 ml and then left it to cook in that hot water till it turned into kind of a ready to eat cereal. So that is the first step which I have already done, and I'm going to show you that while showing you all the other ingredients. And what I'm using for this is totally vegetarian, so what I'm going to use is some vegetables and some spices, and going to make a simple preparation that is easy to prepare. Alright, so let's get to it. Keep watching. Okay, so friends, let's go through the ingredients now. I've got this couscous which I prepared in the manner I described before. It looks quite tempting and actually it is even ready to eat. I've got onions which I've diced, and I've diced many other vegetables including some green bell pepper. You can see that I've just used the lower half of it. Tomatoes, cauliflower, beans, a few potatoes, and then I'm going to garnish with some garlic pods which I'm going to chop as well, and some julienne green chili. So these are the ingredients, and we'll now go on to the preparation. Of course you need oil, you need salt, and I might use a few powdered spices which I will get to when the cooking is underway. So let's start, friends. Alright, so friends, I've got the pot and there's some cooking oil in it which is now heating up, and I'm going to begin the process by first putting in the garlic pods and the chili, which need to be sort of like tempered. So there are the chilies, and the garlic pods obviously require a bit of chopping, so I'm going to add them as I chop them. I'm doing this before the oil gets completely hot so that I have enough time to put in all the garlic pods. So the garlic is all in. Garlic is now ready to get tempered along with the chili, and you can see that it's all happening now. You must remember never to overcook the whole spices, because if you do, they tend to get burned. Now, as there are a couple of things here in my vegetable pot which will require a little more cooking than others. So obviously the first thing that goes in will be potatoes, because potatoes take the longest time to cook. So the potatoes are in now. And I'm putting the onions now. The onions are diced into big pieces because that's how I'm going to enjoy eating them. I like to have the onion into my mouth and in the big kind of pieces so that it's enjoyable to chew them and swallow them. Right. So the onions are in now, as are the potatoes, the garlic and the green chili which I've added before. Okay. As the onions cook, they will sort of separate into their individual kind of pieces, and I think you can see now that they are sort of opening up bits. So the onions are gone in and they're looking nice now. At this point, I think I'm going to add the beans. And the green bell peppers. And I'm going to simply go for a little coriander powder. And some whole cumin. And of course the salt. You can add as much as you like as per your taste. There is already salt in the couscous, so I'm not going to add too much. We'll now add the cauliflower and the tomatoes. And so that finishes the addition of almost all the ingredients that are going to go into this preparation. Stir frying everything into a condition where every piece of vegetable gets coated with the cooking oil is key to this preparation. I need for the vegetables to mostly cook in the oil that I have used. I use about 1.5 tablespoons for this entire preparation. Probably it's a little more, but it is important to use the right amount of oil to get the stir fry done the correct way. Okay, so I'm going to continue to stir fry. Okay, so I think at this point the onions, the tomatoes and all the softer vegetables have kind of got cooked nicely, but we do need to cook it for about 5 minutes with a little water. The idea being to soften the remaining vegetables. Remember, the couscous is already cooked and doesn't need to be cooked again. So I've added about 100 ml of water to this, and I'm now going to cover everything with a lid so that the vegetables have a chance to cook properly. I've got a nice glass lid which goes into this, and I'm going to pause the video and let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. Right, so friends, I have just taken off the lid now. It's been about 5 minutes of cooking, and you can see now that everything looks nice and cooked. And so I think it's now time to add the couscous and finish off this cook. So the couscous goes basically over the cooked vegetables already in the pot. I'm kind of planning to add the whole of it because then it gives me the proper proportions of everything. I'm going to put the whole of it. It goes there, that's it. And just to finish off, the rest of the couscous is in. Probably just add a little water so that everything gets inside. It goes. All the couscous is in. And now it's just a process of mixing everything together so that it becomes a nice food to eat, to be used as a breakfast. Most likely I'm going to do that now and have it with my tea, but it's good enough to have as a lunch as well, or as a snack in between. So there it is, it's ready. You can see that it's all come together very nicely, and it has nice colors into it. So there is the color of the onion, the bell pepper, which is green in color. I was planning to add some more colors, but I think this should be enough for the time being. And I'm going to just serve it into a bowl so that you can see what it looks like. So there we go. Vegetarian couscous delight, ready to serve. Thank you for watching, folks.